Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you guys? How is it going? How is life? What's up? Welcome back to our class, argumentative speaking class. Today, we're gonna go focusing. We're gonna go practicing at the same time about your argument by using AREL approach. Do you still remember what AREL was? A for assertion, R for reasoning, E for evidence, and L for linking back. This approach will make a very good argument, very robust argument, very strong and logical argument. However, once we learn this approach in speaking or in expressing our argument, it's not necessarily for a debate purpose only. Yeah, we once you have this approach in your head, you can be very logical in every time you share an opinion or in whatever occasions you have. So this approach is so extremely important, especially if you're a student of university, to become a critical thinking orientations individuals, or to be more rational and scientifically spoken about almost everything. So it show how mature you are in one topic or motion that you think you need to share, express your opinion about. So once we learn this, you will be a very robust. You will be a very you will be having a chance to speak this in almost every aspect of your life. For example, if you're a student, you need to write an essay. An essay is actually a written argument, right? So if you have this approach in your head, you will find it so easily to go from one reason to another evidence to link back to your arguments in your writing. And it's also in a spoken form. Once you speak about one thing and you express your opinion, then if you use this RL, then you will be logically spoken about things you speak. You will stand in one point or a side of an argument or opinion. You can go agree or disagree, but then you have a reason behind that stand, and you go provide some evidence of what you're thinking good and you think you believe to be the case, and then you link back to explain why why it was important to go with the belief or opinion that you have chosen. So this RL is actually for all long life competence, yeah, skill in your written or in your speaking form. So let's go further. I will recall the theoretical definition of what actually AREL was. We will have exercise today, and the exercise will be based on example. There will be a list of motion, and at the end of the video, you will have your own written AREL arguments. Deal with the motion I have given in this video later on. Yeah. Assertion refers to taking a stand. So assertion is like you take a side of argument, you agree or disagree, or do you think you believe on one side of the case or motion given. So it's actually an opinion, side of argument. Yeah, agree or disagree. Either you are against or for it, whether you go with this belief or you're not going with them, you are against it. Yeah. So assertion in English refers to a confident statement of fact or belief. So once we say a confident statement, it is what you think the case, whether you believe or not believe, or against one or for one topic given. After stating your side, that after expression of agree or disagree of one motion, then you need to find a reason why. Yeah, you have to explain the reason why you believe that's the case. You have to explain the reason why you have to agree with the topic. You have to explain why one thing is better than the other things. So reason After once you express and you state your opinion, it is followed by the reason why. Why do you think studying English is beneficial? That's your assertion. The reason because nowadays we are living in a world where English is one of the most popular language used in job, life, and in almost every aspect of life. So that's the reason. Yeah. For examples, the detail of the chosen idea, how, why, when, where, who. Okay. So once you have one opinion, you need to reason out. You have to explain why do you think that's the things that you believe. Unless and until it's one qualified omission, the statement don't count without supporting references. So once you have already stated your opinion and you provide some reason, it's not finished yet. You have to provide some references or evidence. Is that only in your thinking or in your imagination, or it's real out there? There is research supported. There is an evidence says that scientifically proven, and so on and so forth. So when you have your assertion, you have to reason out with why, when, where, who, and how. But then it's not finished there. You have to go to support your references. Okay, because it might not be the case if it is only in your head. You think one thing supposed to be the case. You believe in it. You have a personal reason about it, but probably there is no supporting evidence about it. Yeah. So finally comes down to the link. So in this last part of the AREL exercise, once you link, once you are confirming and calling back why the assertions is the case. So to link is actually to call back, to says, to confirm that your opinion was the case. Okay. Now I'm going to try to I will try to share a different ways. Hopefully this one is easier. It's actually quite simple. You make your assumption, which is what you want to prove or show. So it's pretty much like things you want to. Okay, I agree with this statement. I agree with this motion. I don't agree with this motion. I think this is not the case. I think this is the case. So you make your assertion, which is what you want to prove or show. So it has consequences. The reasoning and evidence part is merely part of the argument that show why the argument is true or why it should be believed. So you need to provide reason. Just because you like it, doesn't mean you just can say you like it. No, you have to explain why you like it. Just because you agree with one thing doesn't mean you just say agree and that's finished. No, you have to prove. You have to reason out. You have to state reason, and we go to the next part. It's evident. So once you have the reason, you also have the evidence. Probably your reasoning was running all right, but then you don't have evidence. It's only in your dream and imagination. So it's not a good argument then, yeah. Well, the last part of the RL will be the link. The link is the answer of the question why your argument is important or why it should have merit in the debate. Here you could attempt to show how your argument, for example, answered the fundamental controversy in the debate. So once you say here, you need to prove it with reason and evidence. That's a one package, whole big package. But then you can emphasize in the link part why your argument is important. Now let's go to the examples. This is one of the debatable. I think this is very interesting topic. We should ban plastic bag. Okay, it's quite debatable, and we can go with two different plans. Yeah, let's go for the first plan. Your session, probably you agree. Let's say we agree with this. Yes, I agree. We should ban plastic bag. Then comes the reason is waiting. So what is the reason? Because it's non-biodegradable and thus cause pollution. It cannot be recycled, and burning plastic diffuse harmful smoke. So we have this reason, yeah. It cannot be recycled, it cause pollution. That's it. That's the reason. But then what about the evidence? We have the evidence. Oh yeah, I go some little research, go browsing on Google, and it shows this. Oh, evidence, yeah. Normally, plastic items take up to 1,000 years to decompose in a landfills, but plastic bags we use in our everyday life take 10 to 20 years to decompose, while plastic bottle take 450 years. See, once I say agree, I explain the reason that here, this is the fact, this is the evidence, and a strong argument already. But then you have to close to remind the listener or the others that listen to your argument that is why your argument is important, or that's why plastic should be banned. And we know that it's cause pollution, we know it take up many years to decompose, and it's long time, so we should ban plastic. So link back is like show why our assertion is important, why we should ban plastic is important. So it's answering, yeah, answering the case. I think that's first example. What about we go way around? You don't agree, you disagree. Let's do this. It's not about agree or disagree, but it's about assertions. Yeah, it's about RL. Yeah. Once let's, for instance, we disagree with this one. I disagree. I disagree with the motion. We should ban plastic bag. It's a food waste. Plastic keep food fresh and affordable, cheaper, and help to tackle the food waste problem. So we have a specific reason here. It's a food waste. We can save and food waste problem in a cheaper way and affordable way because plastic is cheap. But having said that, you cannot stop there. You need to prove some evidence. So you can go googling, yeah. You can go browsing and find some little or some research supporting your reason. And here I will give you an example of this one. One report estimated environmental cost would be 5 times higher if the soft drink industry used alternative packaging in like glass, tin, or aluminum instead of plastic. See? In the report, it's mentioned that, wow, the cost will be expensive if the industry using non-plastic alternative packaging like glass, tin, or aluminum instead of plastic. So it's already a strong argument, right? However, you should finish this with the last touch in your argument. Yeah, that is link back, and you can say this is why plastic should be banned because it creates fresh and more affordable and cheaper ways to tackle packaging problems. Okay, from this example you can see we can go other way around. You can agree or disagree, but you cannot escape this assertion, reasoning, evidence, link back to make a strong argument. Once it's lost or one of these AREL is gone, then your argument is weakened. Yeah, it's not fully supported with reason and evidence, and then at the end of the day your opinion will be sour, will be not supported by evidence and reasoning. Now it's time for you to do this. This is the activity for this week. You have to answer all of this. Yeah, you have to answer all of this. Which is better, Instagram or TikTok? Should cigarette be banned from society? We support censorship on pornography at the internet. Should cell phone be banned in school? Or do video games cause bad behavior in children? Or and it's not or, it's and the last, online learning is better than sit in face-to-face learning. You please go down, go some research, go googling, browsing, answer this, whatever assertion you are in, whatever opinion you are in, it's all right, it's no problem. And you have to arrange and write up the argument which AREL component. For example, which one is better, Instagram or TikTok? And you go for Instagram, you have to assertion, so you agree with Instagram better, and then you have reason why you say that, and then you have evidence, what's the evidence what you're saying, and then the last one is you confirm it by link back to which is better, Instagram or TikTok. Okay, you will have like 1 week. So this week there will be no video project, everybody will do this. Okay, you can go googling and go browsing for some evidence and reasoning to help the argument to become very, very robust. Okay, you have 1 week for this. After writing up your arguments, please make sure you post it in the comment section of this video, yeah. And then this one, please do some preparation on the sixth motion with the answers, because next week, the week after this week, you all will have a synchronous class, yeah. We're gonna have some web meetings, and everybody should be ready with the 6 question once I post it oh, sorry, in the web meeting next week, yeah. So you have 1 week you for you to prepare this, all of this. You can write down, and you can prepare the evidence and reason and link it back. You have 1 week. However, this 1 2 3 4 5 6, you have to exercise this, because we're gonna have some speaking time next week online on a web meeting, and everybody should answer any of these 6, yeah, randomly. I don't know which number will you have, but please prepare all the answers from now on. Okay, thank you. I hope everybody is following, and if you have a question and query, just feel free to post it in the comment section of this video. Thank you. I hope everybody is still in a good condition. Stop playing around if it is not important. Keep exercising and eat a healthy food. Take a very good rest, yeah. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.